Welcome everyone back to golf course maintenance here at Twin Eagles. The team just wrapped up setting up for the 79th Florida State Golf Association Florida Open. We'll get to that event later on in this video, but first we got an opening coming up here on this Eagle course and we need to tell you all about it. So the Eagle course has made some improvement here this past week, I gotta say. The tees are pretty solid and the team has done a phenomenal job of getting these things leveled off. We do have a couple thin spots on the tee still to work on. That was there previous to the closure. Just need to keep babying them along, but the leveling of the tees is dramatically improved, and I think you're gonna notice. Fairways are pretty solid, other than the known weak areas that we have on those fairways. The Big Daddy slicing marks are about 100% healed. If you look really closely in some of the fairways and roughs, you might still see a little bit of remnants from Big Daddy. You know, as you know, getting out here and simply mowing the golf course of the Eagle is an accomplishment. And one thing that's also a challenge due to the weather and due to the wet condition is being able to come out here and treat some of these weeds. So we do have quite a bit of weeds out here. We are well aware of that. The team is working at spot treating these areas and getting a grasp of it. But on our end down at golf course maintenance, I think we need to look at things a little differently. And I think we need to change up a couple things in our pre-emergent program for next summer. There is a huge weed bank that we have here on this Eagle course. You name the summer weed and it's out here. But we are aware of the weeds and we are working on treating those weeds as quickly as we can, pending any kind of weather. Those keeping track, 14.87 inches of rain so far during this closure. It has been a wet one, it has been a challenging one. Greens have also made a great comeback considering a week ago when they weren't looking too great. The plugs are still going to be there like we've discussed before. That's gonna take a longer time to heal up. But I'm pretty happy and hate to admit, surprised about the improvement this past week has done this Eagle course. Now this Eagle course is not nowhere compared to the Talon, we all know that. The Eagle course has its challenges. We've got some drainage issues, we've got some soil issues, we've got some contamination issues, and of course we've got some irrigation issues over here. So we are opening up on Wednesday, July 23rd. Just wanted everyone to be aware of what to expect come opening day. So as you know, we hosted the 79th Florida State Golf Association Florida Open here at Twin Eagles. The planning of this event for our end started quite a few weeks ago. So we were training the staff on what to do, what the expectations were for this event, and the team executed excellent. So big kudos to them. Everyone from the Eagle course that came to help out. The equipment technicians came in and helped out as well with blowing and taking care of the equipment. So it was a full-on team effort here to host this event at Twin Eagles. If you're asking yourself, how come the Talon can't have these kinds of conditions throughout the summer? Well, I'm here to tell you that's actually quite possible. And let me explain why and what it's gonna take. See, leading up to this event, we did a lot more frequent cutting than what we normally do. Typically this time of year, especially dodging the rain and wet conditions, we're getting out here 2 to 3 times a week, mowing out these Talon fairways and tees approaches. For this event, we cut way more frequently than what we typically do. So every morning, the whole Eagle team went over to the Talon course to help set up, and in the afternoon, both teams went over to the Eagle course to then mow out that golf course as well. If we have both golf courses open, this is virtually impossible because the team didn't get over to the Eagle side until roughly around 9:30. And if you have tee times going off at 7:30, then it's impossible to mow as frequently as we did during this event for the Florida Open. So you see, it really comes down to labor. We definitely have the equipment. We sent 7 fairway units out there and we were well ahead of the first group going off. That's very possible. But to do both courses like that at the same time with 7:30 or 8:30 tee times going off, you'd probably need about 14 fairway units and a whole lot larger shop to hold that equipment. However, one thing that isn't possible to do and keep up are the conditions of the greens. When you're watching golf on TV, they're only sustaining those kinds of conditions for just a short period of time. I guarantee you Monday morning, they're out there hand watering and they're doing a whole lot of things to help heal those greens back to get them ready for the next event or for member play. We add a lot of stress to those greens to get those kinds of conditions on the greens. Doing extra mowing, we are double rolling, we've got growth regulator rates that are a whole lot higher just to try to help increase those speeds and smoothness. You can only do that for so long. All that extra stress is not good for the greens for the long run. Yes, there is some added stress that we put on these Talon greens, but the good news for us is that this Talon golf course is shutting down on Tuesday, July 22nd. So that's our chance to relieve some of that compaction, aerify again, and get the greens healthy again for another opening. So next week, we'll take you over to the Talon and show you the cultural practices that are going on there for round 2 of the Talon. Y'all take care now. Bye.